Welcome back. Once a high school student commits to play college sports, it's one of the best feelings in the world. All of the hard work behind the scenes that no one sees. 6 a.m. practices, classes, study hall, more practices, and now it's game time. From Marianna to Louisiana, the Herman Williams story is about a star who left us far too soon. Sports director Jay Russell has the story.
On November 11th, 2015, Marianna High School star Herman Williams committed to play D1 basketball at the University of Louisiana Lafayette. Raging Cajuns head basketball coach Bob Marlin knew number 0 would make an immediate impact on the basketball court.
He was a bright young man who had bounce in his step, always had a smile on his face, and it wasn't just with us. When I went to high school to recruit him, the teachers, the coaches, the superintendent was there in the cafeteria. I met him. Everyone spoke so highly of Herman, and he had been raised by the city of Marianna.
I mean, this dude could shoot, he could dunk. Bryce, what type of player does he remind you of?
When he played pickup with us for a little while, man, he got the ball, he would just fly down the court. He had some glimpses of Russell Westbrook a little bit too.
On my visit, we talked a lot. And that's when we actually made the decision that we both wanted to come here and play with each other.
Felt like he had an opportunity to compete, to be our first guard off the bench as a freshman.
It was crazy because we was just telling him to get ready to come here, because we're going to be conditioning and running and things like that. So he was excited to come.
One day after his 19th birthday, Herman died doing what he loved, playing basketball. The cause of death was hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. The American Heart Association states it's very common and can affect people at any age. It is also a common cause of sudden cardiac arrest in young people, including young athletes.
Definitely wanted to honor him and do something for him. They packed the gym that day for Herman, and I saw on social media where they said we packed it one more time.
What measures are taken for students? Do they go through one physical a year?
We do a physical every summer before the fall semester at all of our practice sites and arena sites. We have defibrillators that are there on the spot, and of course we were upset when all this happened because we felt like if Herman was with us that he would have been in the gym and we could have done something to possibly save his life.
Where were you at when you heard the news of his passing, and what emotions went through your mind?
I was probably the first one that actually found out through social media, and that's one thing that's tough to really deal with, because I had friends and family members that I found out that passed away through social media, and it's not a great feeling.
Like when I first found out, it hurt me like a lot, because he was like family to me, like a brother that was gonna be here with me.
It was just sad, he was so young, it's tough.
Kind of broke down, just because it was just like another family member dying, and it was hard for us and everything. Then when Coach Marlin actually told us, you could hear the emotion in his voice.
Moment of silence in remembrance of Herman Williams. The Marianna, Florida native was planning to wear the Raging Cajuns basketball jersey as an incoming freshman.
The West Florida game, you guys are honoring him right before you guys have his jersey laid out on one of the chairs, man. Having a moment of silence for his life, what kind of emotions were going through your head at that time?
A lot of emotion was, because it was very hard. When I was talking to him, I was like, you always gonna be with me no matter what. And he always gonna be a part of my life, make sure that nobody forget who he was, what kind of human he was.
It feels great to know that even though he's not with us, that his name is still carried on.
The media, you guys were asking me who was going to be that 5th starter, and we probably surprised everybody with Herman, and played 5-on-4 the first possession and came up with a defensive stop. So I know that he would have smiled on that one.
Remember the first bucket that was made in the game, Bryce was driving in that corner, he dishes it out to Jay Wright, Jay knocks it in, and then he was telling me that he was thinking about Herman during that shot. Knowing your players care so much about each other, how does that make you feel as a coach?
It makes me feel good as a coach, as a father, parent. I love all our young men and love Herman too.
I just had a lot of energy before the game because of him, He gives energy just thinking about him before games. We pray every game.
He always had a smile on his face. basically, like, every time you see him, you know, he's out here, he always smiling.
I remember seeing the clip when he officially committed to UL, so I know that exact smile you're talking about.
Y'all family just, you know, just like Herman was.
We love Herman, and we thank the Lord. He's in a better place.
And Herman's always going to live to us this season, next season, and throughout the rest of UL history. He will always be remembered. And when you just see that number 0 at the end of the bench, you know, you make big plays, you make bad plays, you know, regardless of anything, you always going to look down to that bench and see that 0. You always know that, you know, he's always watching.
Amazing. You can go to any Raging Cajuns basketball game this year. The number 0 will be at the end of the bench, so he's really there with them. You know, it's not phony. They're not making it up. It's just a great story. And Herman Williams, just hearing about him from his mother, everyone back in Florida, he's just a great person. I wish I could have met him.
It's amazing when you're a part of a team like that. Bad things happen, and it affects a community, not just his family, but the entire community.
Yeah, and speaking with everyone out there, the head coaches, the principal out there, I mean, everyone loves him out in Marianna, and he came out here to visit with the Raging Cajuns, so he knows Roydell Brown, Bryce Washington, the guys that I interviewed. They have their locker ready. He was supposed to be roommates with them, so just an amazing individual, and I mean, Herman Williams, gotta love the guy.
What a great representation of that young man's story. Good job, Jay.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're not done yet. Stay with us.